Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. If you're new here, I do a lot of camping, including in the winter. If you saw one of my recent videos, I purchased this air mattress that has a winter rating to keep me nice and warm on those cold days, and I absolutely love it. Previously, I had the corded pumps. I'd have to plug it into my power pack, or you have to plug it into your socket in your vehicle. No more. This is the Max Pump 3 made by FLEXTAIL. In the previous video, I had my older pump made by the same company, but it has half the power, half the amount of pressure that it can actually pump up, and it just wasn't quite doing the trick. The nice thing about this pump, it's also a lantern. So I'll just start by saying this is not a product review channel. I like to share my camping adventures. From time to time, I do like to share some of the new gear I have, especially if I think it's something that you might want to use. We're gonna test it out on this new air mattress, and then we're gonna go into the tent and we're gonna check out some of the lantern settings. There's the box, the packaging. Open that up, get that out. There's the pump. Obviously it comes with some instructions, and then when we open it up inside, we have all of the accessories. And of course, a little carrying bag. So we've got a variety of pump attachments, different nozzles, and this one, which I think is one of the best ideas that they've included with a pump that's also a lantern. This is an attachment to go onto a tripod, so you can actually put the pump slash lantern up onto a tripod. There is your switch for the pump. There's your switch for the lantern. This is a covered casing that all of the attachments fit into the end. You can actually take this sleeve off, and it's going to give you more of a floodlight, which we're going to check later on. So we'll leave that on for now, and all of these attachments just fit into the end here if you're going to use it for inflation, and if you want to use it for deflation, this is the inlet, and you can just put it onto there if you want to make it quicker getting the air out of your air mattress. Another nice attachment is this one here that you can use for vacuum seal bags. This one is actually threaded, so you can thread this onto a vacuum bag. So there are the different size ports for different air mattresses, maybe pool floating toys and stuff like that. Right off the bat, compared to the old one, you can feel the quality difference from this compared to the previous model, an earlier generation. Right here is the USB-C charging port. The cable's in here. I am going to plug it into a power pack to show you. It does have a light indicator to show you when it's fully charged. The nice thing with this one too is you have this fold out clip carabiner, so you can hang that up inside of your tent, or you can use the tripod attachment, which we're going to try, and then you can have this sitting up on the tripod, or you can flip it and have it so it's illuminating above you. The previous pump I had about half of what the pressure is here. This one has 5 kilopascals, and to operate this pump, you double click on either the pump or double click on the light. So double click, and then one click to turn it off. There's 2 pump settings on this particular pump. After you've started it, you press and hold, and then that'll put it to the lower setting. So you press and hold the pump button, and then there is your lower setting, and then turn it off. But just to show you, it's a double click, and you can see here, click again, there's some of the light features. It does dim as well. We're going to test that out inside the tent. If you have a typical camera tripod, it has this screw on here, and then all you're doing is just putting that on here, screw that on, attach the light, and then you've got it attached to your tripod. If you don't have a camera tripod and you're using something like the small extendable tripod that would be for the GoPro, there is an attachment that you can get that does have the screw for it. You can attach this to your tripod with the little thumb screw. That's pretty common with GoPro or action cameras. And then you can still use it on a smaller tripod. If I can get my fat thumbs to work. And then there you go. You've got yourself a little tripod. Here is your standard USB-C charging cable. There's my little power pack, and when we plug this in right here, you might not be able to see it too well, too bright out, but there's a little red flashing light, and then that will flash green when it's fully charged. You can see the flurries coming down. The snow came in early. It was supposed to snow later. I didn't use an attachment just because of the size of this particular valve. I'm just going to put it straight up against the valve. All right, here we go. We should time this. Okay, stop that. This air mattress is fully inflated. This is a single. It's 3 inches thick. So this is the thickest air mattress that I have. But this is fully inflated. That's ready to sleep on. Less than a minute to pump up this single air mattress. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. That was way quicker than my older pump. Well, it's got twice the amount of pump pressure, like I said. Well, so far, I'm quite impressed with this. I haven't used this yet to blow up an air mattress. I got this in the day after I did my previous video testing this exact air mattress. My goodness, in a minute, the air mattress is pumped up. Let's go test out the lantern. All right, inside the tent, maybe we can get a little bit better of an idea of the lighting rather than outside. So, like I had mentioned, there is a nice little clip here. So we can clip this anywhere to the roof. Anywhere you've got these little clips. We'll go to the lighting one, double click it for the first setting. On the first setting, you can dim this. Press and hold. You're going to see it dim down. It'll flash when it's at the lowest setting. On the high setting, that is giving you 200 lumens. When you bring it down to the dim mode, that's 50 lumens, which may not seem like a lot, but for inside the tent at night, that's going to be perfect. If you give this a second click, that's where you can see the lines on here. You can see it's a different lighting mode. You click it a third time, and then that gives you all of your lighting. That's the brightest. Take the cap off, and then that's going to give you more of a flood. So with both of these, double click to turn it on, a long pause or a long hold on the button for the pump to go to the low mode, and then only on the first light setting, on this first one, can you dim it. On the second one and the third one, they're not dimmable. On the low setting for the pump, that will give you 60 minutes of pump, and on the high setting, which I used, that'll give you 25 minutes on a full battery. I don't think I would need to pump anything up for 25 minutes. Maybe a queen size double high mattress, but for this use, this is going to come in really handy. Inside the instruction manual, it tells you basically everything that I've told you, what the different diameters are for all the pump attachments, how to use the pump, how to use the light, and it tells you the indicator here, how to use the USB-C charging port. And then it tells you right here on the high setting for the pump, this has 5 kilopascals of pressure, and on the low setting of the pump, it has 3.5 kilopascal. On the lighting feature here, if you have it on the high setting, which is 200 lumens, then you can get 3.5 hours. And if you dim it down to the 50 lumens, that will give you 11 hours of lighting. And you could have this sitting in the corner of your tent or wherever you want it to be. And then you have your light. And you could have it adjusted to wherever you might want to use it. There you go. That's the nice thing about this, is that when you have it on the tripod, you can just pop this off and then leave the tripod adapter on here, go from somewhere on the ground, clip it onto wherever you need to have it hanging, and you're good to go. This pump / lantern, this is going to be a game changer for me, especially portable, compact, and it packs a punch of power. Packs a punch of power. Yeah, I just said that. All right, thanks for watching. We're going to wrap this one up. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to recommend this pump / lantern. This is the Max Pump 3 by FLEXTAIL, and I'm quite impressed. This little pump is a beast, and it'll be interesting to see how the lighting modes work throughout a full weekend. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and of course, I will see you on the next episode.